Cinema Classics is brought to you by the Gateway Film Center at 1550 North High Street, Columbus, Ohio. Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.com.
The award-winning Cinema Classics is...
Hold on, I'm sorry. It's .org, right?
You're right. Yeah, go ahead.
Further details and showtimes online at gatewayfilmcenter.org.
The award-winning Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to the shows and read reviews online at WCBE.org. I'm John DeSando.
I'm Johnny DiLoretto. Like us on Facebook.
This is Cinema Classics.
This is Cinema Classics. Oscars right around the bend.
Oh.
Just had the Oscar nominations come out.
Yeah.
Pretty good crop.
Yep.
I think that Annette Bening was robbed of a nomination. Probably the most egregious oversight of the year. She was great in 20th Century Women.
Well, look at...
Yeah.
They kept it in the family. Warren didn't get any either.
Well, Warren's been AWOL for a long time. Hey, we want to talk. You want to talk about our favorite Oscar
winners, right?
Do you mean? You got to be more specific.
I mean, number one, numero
Best
uno,
Picture.
Best Picture.
Okay, good. Now, without looking at a list, don't look. I want you to maintain eye contact with me. Do you remember what last year's Best Picture was?
Spotlight.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, so on that note, I'm going to tell you.
Do you think I could tell you
that
what
one
my
is not
favorite is?
one of my favorites?
Yeah.
That was overrated and shouldn't have won.
It wasn't on my list.
What about the year before that? You know what it was?
Oh, no.
All right, see? Already.
Yeah.
Birdman. Also overrated.
Yeah.
Doesn't
All right.
shouldn't
All
win.
right.
Okay, all right.
All right.
But tell
Our
us
favorite
what
of all times.
Our favorite Oscar winners of all time.
I can tell you what mine is
Yeah.
because I already know what yours is.
Okay. You do?
I
All
think
right.
so.
All right. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My favorite winner is Casablanca.
Nice. Well, class can't go wrong. What if you had to pick another one other than Casablanca? Other than what many people consider the greatest movie ever?
All right.
You had to pick
All
another
right.
one.
I pick another one, and I won't pick yours. This one I'd pick is Silence of the Lambs.
Interesting. Wow. Wow, what a twist.
I know. Those are two different ones, but
What do you think mine is?
I think yours is The Godfather.
Huh, you're wrong.
Okay.
You'd be wrong.
Wonderful Life. Did that win?
No, it did not.
It
you
did
know,
not,
It's
yeah.
a Wonderful Wife. It's a Wonderful Wife. It's a Wonderful Life lost out to The Best Years of Our Lives.
That's right.
That
That's
year.
right. Yeah.
You know, that's a good one. The Godfather. It is such a masterful piece of cinema.
it is.
I don't know. Maybe Annie Hall
Okay.
or Rocky.
Rocky. Yeah. No, Annie Hall's good, but Rocky, yeah, I had on my list too, and I figured you would have Rocky. You know, it's interesting. These are memorable films.
Yeah.
It's not like we're picking these little minor spotlight like movies.
These are movies that are woven into the fabric of our culture, that reward multiple viewings. I really can't imagine many people going back and watching Argo or Spotlight
Good.
or The Departed. You know, and that was a late era Scorsese win. They had to give him an award before he died.
Yeah.
When he should have won for many other things.
Well, I'll tell you, and you're talking a little bit about context. And for me, as the world looked very bright and I was emerging as a young man, Lawrence of Arabia did it for me.
Yeah. Wow,
you know,
it's awesome.
Yeah. And there is scope, as in cinema scope, as in a world comprehending what great visual for cinema. Maybe a little bit like might have picked Dr. Zhivago if I don't know if it had.
I don't. Dr. Zhivago did not win Best Picture. I don't think
so.
Lawrence of Arabia did.
Yeah.
That is an astonishing achievement. Another one like that, in the vein, in some ways, epic in scope, The English Patient.
Oh,
which,
yeah.
For a while there, because of Seinfeld, sort of turned into a joke. The film is no joke. It is beautiful.
It is.
Love
Very well
story. And the imagery is still haunting. And it is a well-deserved Oscar winner. One of my favorites.
I would say one that's classier in a different way. On the Waterfront.
Didn't win Best Picture.
It didn't.
No, didn't it lose out to Marty?
I thought it won in '54.
Did it?
Yeah.
Huh. Now you're gonna force me to go to Wikipedia.
I know.
And I was on this roll.
I know.
1954. Yeah, you're right. On the Waterfront. Okay.
But don't you think, in a different way, even though it's not classy, of course, it's about working class guys. But in the sense of the acting of Marlon Brando, Carl Malden. I think it is classic in the way that we would like it. Enduring, powerful whenever you go back to it.
Yeah.
What
about, well, you know, too, that you mentioned The Godfather. Godfather Part 2 also won Best Picture.
Yeah.
One of my favorites, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Oh, great choice. I didn't have it on here. Darn it. Yeah.
Man. The 70s are so, you know, thick with...
Oh, Deer Hunter.
Oh, the Deer Hunter thing. Listen to these.
You're talking 70s.
You got The French Connection. You got The Godfather, The Sting, Godfather Part 2, Cuckoo's Nest, Rocky, Annie Hall, The Deer Hunter.
And almost the 70s. Maybe you could say prefiguring the 70s. Midnight Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy, yeah, 1969. Right.
I mean, these are... isn't it wonderful? Do we sound like old fogies or
what?
what?
I love it. I love it. Who cares? You know what I love? Speaking of Dustin Hoffman, one of my favorite
Oh,
Best
I know what
Pictures,
you're going to say. 88.
Rain Man.
Yeah.
Such a fun movie, a beautiful road movie.
Oh, and the great
Great chemistry between Tom Cruise and
Yeah.
Dustin Hoffman. Still, maybe one of Tom Cruise's finer performances.
Well, I know another one.
Go ahead.
I mean, here's one you'd have close to the top of your list.
Yeah.
1992.
Oh, Unforgiven.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. How about that one? And, you know, right around there, either the year before, was it Schindler's List?
Oh,
Or was
gosh.
it the year after?
I don't know.
Well, I
Because
gotta
Silence of the
know.
Lambs was 91,
Wiki
and then
find
your
out.
Unforgiven was 92. But let me offer one that you will absolutely scream when I say it.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorite Oscar winners. It is absolutely not yours, and it is mine.
My Fair Lady.
Nope. And it occurs in,
Oliver.
in 90.
Oh, well, fortunately, I have that pulled right up here. Dances with Wolves.
Yes, yes.
That is a good one.
Oh, okay.
That
Because
is
I
a good
think
one.
you've dissed
Well,
me a little bit.
you know, it can't. It that year it was up against Goodfellas.
Oh,
And,
okay. All right.
You know, I think certainly
said.
when you look back culturally, what has influenced cinema more and has become a sort of staple, a pop cultural staple,
Yeah.
is Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, Silence. Schindler's List won Best Picture the year after Unforgiven, so that was 93.
93. Okay, good.
What a 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Great.
You know,
achievements.
one less spectacular, but one that keeps cropping up in my imagination about winners is No Country for Old Men.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, as a modern film,
Yeah.
I
I don't know that it's that great.
Yeah, and I wasn't.
You know, there are a lot of them that are stupid. You know.
I'm
And
going.
here's a weird one. This is not a favorite, but did you know that The Last Emperor won Best Picture in 1987,
Oh.
up against Moonstruck, Hope and Glory, Fatal Attraction, and Broadcast News?
Ooh, and broadcast news, because there's a couple of Fatal Attraction and broadcast news are a couple of good flicks.
Broadcast News is clearly.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen that movie.
So
The
you
Last
think we're
Emperor.
running out now?
Running out of time?
No, we're running out of choices because you're starting to scroll through and
I've
just
been
picking
scrolling
films.
through.
No.
Uh,
All right, you get one more and then we're
Can
out
I
of
get
here.
one more?
Right.
Okay. Hang tight. I'm scrolling back into the past.
Oh, this
I'm going up. I'm in the 50s now.
Internet.
I'll tell you one of my favorite older films.
Okay.
Okay? 1950. Can you guess what it is?
No.
All About Eve.
Oh yeah.
Man, that movie is fun, smart. The dialogue cracks, snaps. Betty Davis is awesome. The supporting cast is great, and it's this wonderful sort of knowing, you know, showbiz
It is
insider
great. It's a
soap
great
opera.
Would you agree with me that this one also rests in the imagination? And this my final selection, not
Okay.
the best, but
All
my
right.
final selection.
Well, one of your favorites.
Yes, one of my favorites in
All right.
1957.
Okay. Bridge on the River Kwai.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. Okay, that's it. I don't know. Do we have any coming up on the nominees this year?
I don't know. Listen,
that can sustain our microscopic.
Clearly, La La Land and Manchester by the Sea are the two best movies of the year. We had this little discussion the other day.
Yeah.
If you know, sometimes there's that feel-good movie, you know,
Yes.
the sort of delightful movie,
Yeah.
and then there's the hard-hitting, emotionally, you know, grueling movies.
Yes.
And I'd be happy if either one took it. But
I
La
would
La
be.
Land is such a joy.
But If we were sitting here 10 years from now, which you probably will be,
Yeah.
would either one of those be in our favorites of all time?
Well, that's hard to say, but La La Land has a shot.